Welcome back, people. It is episode 28 of season 6 of the Taxi Squad podcast. We got a fair amount of things to get into today. Before we do, like, follow, subscribe, maybe tell a friend. We got strange and unusual topics about people going to state parks and not doing what they should do with the animals. We have some World Cup talk on our hands. Is Argentina going to be the next champion? We will see. We have some ADs in college football who were up to no good. We also have some college football talk to get into. A little bit of MLB All-Star Game action, draft review action, spin the wheel of death, NBA talk. The Bulls are looking really good in the summer league, and we got to get into it. And then, is Brandon Aiyuk the new Antonio Brown? It's the Taxi Squad podcast.
Come on, everybody, celebrate. The Taxi Squad is here today. So lose the blues, kick back and relax for now. Kick back and relax for now. They talk about sports and stupid stuff. They're probably wrong and it might get rough. So welcome back, it's the Taxi Squad, yeah.
Vince.
Michael.
You almost had every word. You were this close to having every word.
You
like
know?
That close to having every word.
I just want to
I couldn't look at you while I was doing it because I was going to laugh.
Prove to you that I love you, and that's what I do here. My matching scheme right now is actually kind of sick. You see?
Yes, you're very, you're very army man.
I look
you're
very army
man.
For the amount of times I've fought in wars. I look very army right now. Yes.
Yeah. You got the army green going with the camo hat.
Yeah.
Repping your Chi-Town socks, dude.
Yeah. Almost every day these days. And it's got a patch on it. It's a pretty sick patch.
Oh, sick.
Don't worry
dude.
about my hair right now, kids. But yeah, 1933 All-Star Game patch.
Oh, so in commemoration of the All-Star Game, you're wearing your All-Star Game hat.
Oh, yep. That was on purpose.
Vince, fun trivia. Fun trivia. When was the last time the MLB All-Star Game was held at now Rate Field, formerly known as Cell Phone Park, and then prior to that, Comiskey Park?
In Chicago? You got to imagine it's probably after the new stadium was built. Let's go 1992. Hot or cold? Over, under?
You gotta go a little further into it. So to your point, in 1933, the Chicago White Sox held it.
Yeah.
But the only time in the 90s it was held was 1933, 1950, and 1983 in Chicago, and then 2003.
No shit.
Yep, 2003.
That's cool.
You know who won? You know who won the home run derby that year?
In 03, Bobby Abreu?
No. Garrett Anderson.
Oh, sick.
My family at the time had Sox season tickets, and we chose to give them up because they were so high up in the nosebleeds that you couldn't see anything.
Yeah. You guys took me in a couple of those games, and I was so thankful.
But regretful that I didn't go, actually, looking back. I should have just went to say that I've been to an All-Star game.
Yes. Especially, now it's a little bit different. Next year, it's at the unfriendly confines of Wrigley Field.
Yes, correct. So, it will be. That's kind of a crazy pull, though. I mean, it's the first time I think the Cubs have had the All-Star game since like 1990.
Exactly it. Nail on the head, kid. You're a historian. I was texting my brother and I was like, so we're going to the home run derby next year, yeah? He's like, yes. No question about it. So gonna try to make that happen.
I would come into town for that. That could be a fun one.
That
would be like a fun getting the boys together thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. I mean, either way. I mean, who knows? Our White Sox might be even more represented than they were this year. I mean, we got
they were pretty well represented this year, to be honest.
I mean, three guys in the All-Star game. Where are you going with it, right?
What are you doing?
What are you gonna do? So, Vince, I was thinking about how many times do you remember as many
21st night of
White Sox
September.
players being in a All-Star game. And the last time I could pull was like 2008 that I remember that many White Sox players on an
Jermaine, probably Burley.
Jermaine, Burley,
Tomei.
Brzezinski, Tomei, Paulie was in that mix too.
Yeah.
I think that's the last time there was like more than two or one. Because I mean, last year it was just like all right, every team needs a rep, so you guys suck, so here you go.
Yeah, who do we have? Shane Smith last year?
I think it was Shane Smith last year, to your point.
Yeah.
It was like some rando. It was like, okay, yeah,
He was
we'll
okay
take him.
last year. It wasn't great, but yeah.
Yeah, for me, just not so much. Not so much.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it's a whole different thing now in, Canada. I did get called out for being very, like, pro-electoral college for my Canadian takes last week.
Oh, what? Hey, listen. If you believe the popular vote means much, get me off my pedestal. I'm just saying it really doesn't.
It doesn't. Not when it's a whole country. But either way, we got a lot of All-Star game talk to do. But first, we got to talk about hold on. Go ahead.
No. See, in the pregame fist fight, we talked about it earlier. Like, what was the strange and unusual topic for sports?
Did you remember it?
I did.
Oh,
the fucking Declaration of Independence. I'm Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Nicolas Caging. I am going to steal the Declaration of Independence, but it's going to be Mike Trout's signature
on the lineup card.
Whoever
that looks like the Declaration of Independence. Dude, I get it's in Philly. Okay, that makes sense. There's mixed
Founding
reviews.
fathers.
Some people liked it. I said this to you on the phone, but I'm just thinking like Junior Caminero. Why is he signing the Declaration of Independence? What is he doing here? Munetaka Murakami. Hey, 76, baby. Represent. Like, what are we doing? I get it. It's Philly. It's the 250 year, all that shit. But it was just goofy to me that they were doing that. There was a couple goofy things that they did. Yeah.
Do you know how many men signed the real Declaration of Independence, Vince?
Oh, I'm listening to a podcast right now about the Revolution, and I don't know the exact amount. I want to say it was like there's like 4 delegates per colony, or maybe like 73 or something like that.
56 delegates representing the 13 American colonies, although the Continental Congress voted for independence on July 2nd, 1776, and adopted the Declaration on July 4th, 1776.
It was pre-drafted and changed because Thomas Jefferson was too crazy with it.
250 years ago, delegates signed the engrossed official handwritten copy on August 2nd, 1776. So maybe, I mean, the Declaration was 1776, but the official signed copy was August 2nd. So why don't we do it a month later?
They declared independence. That's just when they called it, but it was just like, it's like that mural that they have of all of them signing it. There's no way it looked like that. They had to just be arguing the whole time and just like sweaty and nasty and just gross. Like that's it. Horrible depiction of what it actually was.
They don't have all the names, but here are the names that are most memorable of
Thomas
the
Jefferson,
signing
John
of the
Hancock.
Declaration. Herbie Hancock, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Samuel Adams, Richard Henry Lee, and then Charles Carroll.
Was Washington on it? He signed it, right? He was part of that Congress.
I believe you may be right. Benjamin Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Stockton, John Witherspoon, William Floyd.
You want another fun fact, Mike?
Sure.
They were talking about independence, and they were trying to get everybody to vote, and they needed to have a unanimous vote. And there was one colony in particular that decided to completely negate their vote altogether. Do you know what it was?
No.
New York was like, hey, they're going to come after us. I really don't want this to happen. I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say yes either. I'm just going to let the rest of you decide. So he's like, essentially they still needed to talk to their guys. And they're like, we don't have an answer from them, so we're just not going to vote on this. So really it was 12 colonies all agreed and 0 on the other side. Well, that's a fun fact.
Interesting. But one thing that is more interesting and strange and unusual is that Junior Caminero, Juan Soto, or none of those names were on the original Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
And I think a lot of these guys, in theory, would be rolling on their grave that they even tried to. And then once again, Munetake Murakami, not on that list.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. Born and bred Japanese man signing it.
I
get it.
It was a little
show.
corny. It was
corny,
corny.
Yeah. And it
I
could
like
be
the Miles Teller thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
I
that. Rewatched the Sandlot things. I didn't see the whole thing.
We'll get into save that. Save that.
Can we talk about Bison Carl?
Poor Bison Carl.
The greatest, and this is sports because I think his daughter or niece or granddaughter was wearing a Ryan Tannehill Dolphins jersey.
Ooh, plug.
The number one video from this weekend is a man versus a bison. And as anybody can anticipate, Bison's going to win that battle every single time. So let's just, for the viewers of this podcast, let's just watch it.
Let's get a breakdown.
And get our reactions here. So you'll see there right in the front, that's definitely a 14 Dolphins jersey. You got to assume that's Tannehill. Old man and granddaughter, daughter, niece, whatever, taking pictures of the bison. Bison are scary. Bison are scary.
So he gives a little roll. So he's kind of like, don't fuck with me right now.
Yeah, I'm geared up. There's a truck. They're like, oh, shit. Bisons are huge. Nice. Runs at the truck.
Bison, and he goes. And okay, he's pissed at the truck. Now he diverts to Carl. Oh, shit, Carl.
Yeah. Carl and lady.
Carl, go! Carl is running around a tree.
Also, dude, get in
Carl
a
is
truck,
now hiding behind a tree.
Yeah, what are you doing? Get behind that electrical box.
He thinks the buffalo doesn't see him. Now he's got him, Carl. Throw it in reverse, Carl. Carl's going around the tree again.
Oh, speedy Carl. Boom! Flip. Oh, my God, dude.
Poor Carl.
I've seen it so many times, and the flip it's cartoonish.
Back up. Back the flip up a little bit. Go back the flip up. I want to see moment of impact. Let's go slow-mo. All right, right here, he knew he was fucked.
Right in his ass.
And now here goes Carl, projectiled into the air.
Technique for the bison here, getting under his legs.
Dude, it's like they were born for this movement. Oh, my God. He has to easily, at this moment in time, be like, go back to the apex of the fall.
This is the top. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, go back to, the top of the fall. Okay, so he's clearly at this point, we have to be clean 10 feet off the ground.
Yep. Head aiming at the ground, feet up
Head
in the
aiming
air.
down. We haven't done the complete rotation yet, so let's go on the bottom way down. So now he's at his apex. Now he's, full rotation, triple Lindy.
Lands entirely sideways. Right. Honestly, thankfully, lands entirely sideways on his right arm. The good news
Back it up one more time. Back it up one more time at impact. Let's go to the moment where he knows he's effed, right? Yeah. Let's go to that moment. So let's go back it up actually even further. I want to see where the bison starts to come around. Okay. So the bison had been sniffing him out. So go back to around the tree. So he decided, so he went into the woods.
Into the tree, seeing Carl run.
So he goes into the tree line. Now Carl knows he's dead to rights.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go full speed here.
Yeah.
Here we go, Carl. Yeah, Carl's fucked, right? Oh, I could watch this for hours. All right.
I've watched it 15
times.
Hope
the play-by-play, was good. Carl, listen, man. Wild animals aren't meant to be stood near, especially during mating seasons. Sure. I'm sure that there's numerous signs at the Yellowstone National Park tell you, please do not stand near the animals.
He was just taking pictures. Here's some information, guys. Carl is a 65-year-old grandfather in Washington State. He was walking through Yellowstone Bridge Bay Campground with his grandson. Thought that was a lady. I'm very sorry, man. When a bull bison suddenly charged, kind of suddenly, did have a little bit of time to get behind something, but okay. Flipped him roughly 8 feet into the air and then left him with severe injuries. So he underwent surgery after the attack, broken femur in 4 places, along with other broken bones and significant bruising. He was conscious and in good spirits through the recovery. He's going to make a full recovery, but it will likely take a little bit of time before that happens. He said that Carl and his grandson were acting responsibly, but again, like in this scenario, get behind a car, get behind a large object where you can get away from the bison. I'm just glad he's alive, but that will it's again cartoonish the way he falls. The full flip, the left side to right side, like whee, like perfect.
Vince, how many pounds of force do you think it takes to break a femur?
I don't even have a guess. A lot.
Throw a dart.
I don't know, like 500?
6,000 pounds of directional force applied straight down the shaft.
Well, that's
significantly weaker against force
and
applied from the side. And angled or rotational force requires as little as 100 pounds to fracture, depending. So this is kind of an interesting play here. But, granted, he goes 8 feet up in the air. He's brittled.
He's
but
65.
there's a couple ways.
It's not like he's 30.
Yeah. Correct. But this is why you have to ensure you stay lifting weights, people. Because if you don't lift weights, that's not good for your bone density.
Maybe
You gotta stay moving.
Maybe Carl was.
Carl didn't look. Carl looked more just like Woods Washington man with his
Maybe he works the
grandkid
fields,
wearing a
dude.
Devon
Maybe
Landry jersey.
Maybe he's active. Yeah, or Jarvis.
Or Jarvis Landry. Yeah, there we go.
Could be Jarv, dude.
Could have been a Jarvis jersey.
Jarv.
Jazzarati Jarv. Yeah. So, Vince, just once again, wild animals and me. I have a deep respect for the wild animals.
What's
I really
the animal?
Do. I don't.
Where do you draw the line for most dangerous animal you could probably beat in a fight?
Oh. It's like that thing. It's like could you beat the shit out of like 12,000 fourth graders? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like how many fourth graders could you take on?
Well, Arian Foster famously said and then took back that he could fight a wolf, and then Joe Rogan's like, "No, you can't."
I could never fight a wolf.
No, you die.
I just have too much respect for the animals.
No, you even if you did, the bite force would murder you. I don't even like maybe a coyote. I could beat the shit out of a coyote.
Yeah, but they're vicious.
You'll get hurt.
Scrappy little.
You'd have to win. Like if you punch a kangaroo, they'll submit. But
I could fuck up a kangaroo.
A kangaroo can also fuck you up too, though. They're mad strong.
You just gotta, they are mad strong, but you just gotta know how to, move and weave. Patty Pimblett, Patty Pimblett style, and really just kind of make sure that you're being a shyster, you're being a shyster.
That reminds me, and we have to cover it. Maybe we should just do it right now. The return of McGregor.
Do it right now.
The return of McGregor.
The return of McGregor was no return at all. I was so disappointed on Saturday night, and the fight to watch was Patty, which wasn't
the man.
Much of a fight either.
Yeah, he's the
Patty
man.
Pimblett submitted, I forget the gentleman's name, in a minute.
Ugh. Yeah, I mean, they both
Just
ended in a minute. They both ended quickly. What was that?
What'd you do? They're coming for you.
I was just hearing that, yeah.
Finished the World Cup game with Argentina on Saturday.
That was over after.
I know.
Yeah.
I turned the McGregor fight on because it was like perfect timing for it to start, which you knew McGregor was probably going to lose anyways. Let's face it.
Yeah, but like it may be, you never really know.
No.
Patty fought Benoit Saint Denis.
Yeah, and Benoit Saint Denis went to sleepy time.
Guillotine. He put a Frenchman in a guillotine.
I think it's great, and Patty Pimblett's my favorite.
He is one of the best.
He has one of the best lines ever. He's like, I'd rather be fat and happy than fucking ripped and miserable.
And he gets ripped before every fight, and he gets fat again after it.
Yeah.
Max Holloway and Conor McGregor. Max Holloway is kind of like, we got to do it again. McGregor clearly had some type of injury beforehand and then just finalized it in that fight. You can't be doing steroids and a bunch of cocaine, cheating on your wife for 5 years, and then come back like everything's going to be hunky-dory.
Vince, I think there was I think there was significant injury prior to that.
Yeah.
I think he hurt himself in training,
Yep.
and I don't think the coke or the steroids or anything like that had anything to do with it. I just think he tweaked his knee pretty bad in training.
I was gonna
and-
say it might have had something to do with like the fact that he wasn't training actively in the same way that he should have been to get to that point. He might have been distracted.
Anymore, if you see Conor McGregor on a fight card and you actually put real hard-earned money on him, you're kind of an idiot.
It's like
I'm
watching
sorry.
Jake Paul.
I'm not even
these days, unfortunately.
I'm not even a fighting fan of the UFC anymore. I feel like the pageantry of it's gone. I feel like it's not fun anymore.
Once
It's
they
just so
sold out a
pulverized.
pay-per-view and you don't have to like sell the fights as much.
It's
I'm
dumb.
with you.
I'm good.
But there's
I
still
mean,
a
I
lot of
like
good
Patty.
fighters
I
and
think
it's fun. Yeah, there's
I watch guys like Patty. I like him a lot. I think he's doing really good things for the sport.
Justin
I think
Gaethje's
he's
fun
a
still.
really
There's guys, yeah.
So I think anymore, this was just a card to get McGregor back on. He'll never fight in the UFC ever again. Just put him in a
He
booth,
signed a
give him
a 2-fight contract, I think. So maybe he does a second one. We'll see.
We'll just go all in on his next opponent and beating the shit out of him because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, you see Drake lost $1 million from him. Good.
Good.
But yeah, no, it was.
yeah.
You could tell when he walked into when he walked in, he wasn't as jacked as he'd usually be, and you're like, something was weird about the whole thing. He was very fun in his prime. I was a huge fan, and then he just, he's a sexual assaulter and cheats on his wife a bunch, and just seems like not a great guy. Which he's a fighter, which makes sense. It's just it's harder to cheer for him these days.
His career was over 8 years ago.
He was so good in his prime.
When he lost to who's the guy I'm thinking about? Who wore the fur hat from Russia? What was his name?
Oh, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, Khabib. When he lost to Khabib, that was the end of his career. That was the last fight he was actually a true contender, and he got smoked.
Yeah,
hasn't won a fight since.
Yeah, he lost to Khabib. He did beat Cowboy Cerrone in 2020. And then after that, it was Poirier, Holloway, and he lost all three of those. KO, TKO,
Correct.
KO.
And Cowboy Cerrone was a tune-up fight. Cowboy Cerrone was on his way out too.
He was old in 2020. Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
He hasn't fought
Max Holloway said he
anybody
didn't
real.
he didn't want to hurt the wounded dog because he was a wounded dog at that point.
If him and Patty Pimblett fought,
Different weight
in
classes too,
6
but I know what you're saying.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
If he would destroy him,
sure, and he
it wouldn't
should.
even be a fight.
That's how fighting goes, man. You're the best in the sport, and you get a little bit older, and priorities change, and you've gotten knocked out a few times, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, this guy's better than me. It's time to retire. Happens to everybody.
I mean, maybe one of the best to ever do it. I mean, really, who held the title longer than most was Anderson Silva. I mean, Anderson Silva is one of the best fighters to ever do it.
Yeah,
Period.
not better than John Bones Jones, but yes.
Well, there's another guy who needs to get back.
Yeah, his was a similar story to McGregor though, but I do think John Jones is the best fighter of all time. Personally,
John Jones hasn't lost.
right? He also cherry picks his fights a little more now, which kind of annoys me.
Do you blame him? I don't blame him. He's
I don't either
the
because
most
he wants to
freak
keep
athlete
it.
in the planet.
It's the Mayweather thing too. It's
Yeah.
once you get to that point, you're like, all right, I'm just gonna take these fights. I know I'm gonna win. And
Does Patty Pimblett get a title fight?
where's he ranked right now in that division, lightweight? He's got to be.
Oh, he's at the after. Come on, after the other night, no doubt.
He right now, so lightweight is Ilya Tapora. Where's Patty? Patty's number 5 right now in lightweight. He moved up 4
like
after the other night, so he's getting close now. Yeah, he might, dude. In like one fight, he might end up getting a chance to do so.
Let him do it.
I agree. That'd be sick.
Guy's electric. His walkout to off with the head and the whole thing, he had the crowd.
He's a
Next
damn
level.
scouser.
He's a scouser, as he would say.
I love the Liverpudlians. Shit's fun as hell.
Liverpool would be a fun boys trip too.
Hey, if you're pissed off about McGregor, you're like, hey, I have opinions on this and I have nowhere to put it. We have an echo chamber that's not an echo chamber because we bring it and we put it out to the ether in the form of what we call Air It Out. 312-725-2107. Call in, give us your thoughts, give us your opinions, tell us you love us, tell us you hate us. Do whatever you want, and we will play it on the show. And Mike, we have one.
Oh,
We have one this week. We go 1 week without one, and we're like, hey, let's get an old friend back on here.
We had a very special guest last week, too, though, so we can't forget
That's
Mr.
true.
Donnie. Thank you, sir.
True. Okay, here we go.
Who we got?
Hey there, bud. It's your buddy, Chicago Joe. Man, it's been a little bit since I called. I've been a little busy with, work. I've got a couple side jobs I'm dealing with, plus, other things, But anyway, I just wanted to reach out, let you guys know about the freaking, All-Star game. What a fucking shame, huh? Fucking American League. There's only 3 teams above 500, and they somehow shut out the fucking NL. But oh well, who gives a shit anyway, right? It doesn't even matter if they win or at all. Home field advantage goes to in the World Series, the home field advantage goes to the best record, I guess. I don't know. The game's not the same anymore. Gotta bring back steroids. That home run derby was a snooze fest. Well,
I disagree.
Seeing videos pop up on Twitter of Sandy Sosa, big Dominican dog. He was swinging the bat like it was like I don't know, some kind of fucking sledgehammer or some shit. He was swinging very aggressive and we need to bring that back. So whatevs. Good luck in the second half. Boys, I know you guys are freaking Sox fans and all, Southside scum, but, best of luck, I guess. You're going to need it, You can't ride this high wave forever. Cubs, they're primed up for a playoff run. Hopefully make some moves
pitching.
To get some pitching. Hopefully Tweedledee and Tweedledum won't fuck it up for us. All right? You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay cool. It's hot as hell out. So
thanks, Joe.
Make sure you're hydrationed and all that. But anyhow, Texas Squad, or go fuck yourself. All right. Bye now.
Let's go, Chicago.
Love
Joe
you, Joe.
He brought up a point there that we didn't touch on yet. Number one, I thought the home run derby was fun. I thought the All-Star game sucked. I do think the All-Star game sucked.
All-Star game overall, and we'll talk about it in further depth, but snooze fest. I thought the home run derby was good as far as the pageantry of the event itself, and I like the rework of the format, but what I hated was the broadcasting of the home run derby, and I also hated the camera work of the home run derby. I thought it sucked. It was horrible.
Netflix,
so that cameraman needs to be fired.
Yeah,
and Netflix also needs to go back to the drawing board of who's broadcasting that, because if you were smart, you would have brought out Chris Berman to do his classic back. I
didn't mind Matt Vasgersian, really. You want to see the home runs land, and you want to see it from proper angles. Which we'll get into in a second, but when he said Tweedledee and Tweedledum, it rang in my head. Did you catch this from Bruce Levine?
Bruce Levine, yes, from 670 The Score posted a tweet.
He's always tweeting dumb shit. He always is. That's
allegedly they said that text was directed towards counsel, and he's tight with counsel.
Yeah,
and all this stuff. I don't know the validity of that, but.
But just in the post, he was praising the Cubs coaching staffs essentially, and took aim at the front office, most notably Jed Hoyer and Carter Hawkins, supposedly. Criticized the team of lack of support, expressing hope they wouldn't sell out the coaches the way they did in the past, calling him Twinkle D and Twinkle Dumb instead of Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Tweedledee.
Yeah, he said Twinkle D. Yeah, it was just kind of funny that he posted it, and I was like, this is clearly a Bruce Levine thing to do. Should just post this and be like, yeah, this guy doesn't know how Twitter works, or sending text messages. How do you even get to that point where you post a tweet thinking you're texting it to somebody? It doesn't make any sense.
Guys, in my eyes, are just more.
It's a mess.
How do I put this? They're very rage bait. They really like to just say things just for a reaction. Where, in my opinion, the more educated takes of all sports is on ESPN 1000 Chicago. That's just my two cents. I've listened to both for a long time. Who was the guy who got fired who said he was going to blow up someone's house or something on Twitter?
Bernstein
as well. Bernstein doesn't have a job anymore because of that, and he was famous for ripping call-ins.
Yeah,
you had an opinion opposing his. He just
he was also just so full of himself. He was annoying. When they lost Danny Parkins, everything kind of went south after that.
Yeah, and Danny Parkins, the redheaded king, is now at Fox Sports. Also,
is he a redhead?
Bringing up egregious takes with Nick Wright. So
is he a redhead? Yeah, that show with Chris Broussard, like, it kind of drives me nuts. But he was the best guy they had there for sure.
When Chris Broussard starts talking about anything other than basketball, I'm just like, okay, I'm out.
I don't want to hear him and his Lamar Jackson takes. You can miss me with that. But either way, Joe, thanks for the call. Remember, you can air it out if you'd like to. 312-725-2107. We will play it on the show, kids.
Okay, Vince. College football is going to be here before we know it.
It is, yeah.
College football is going to be here before we know it. And, man, I'm so excited about it. But the corruption runs deep. It's like a Batman movie.
It's so fun. Michigan cannot help itself. You expect it all to get to this point at some point. But now Michigan
I don't know if you do. I don't know if I don't know if
the amount of shit that's happened, even like Dusty May's departure, Harbaugh, Stallions, Sharon Moore, all under the same AD. And you're like, dude, like, what is going on? I mean, Mel Pearson had that whole investigation too, which we'll get into here. So finally, Ward Manuel or whatever it is. He's reportedly under review by the university. No, not fired yet, but possibly in the future here. Let me go through some things that they did well in Michigan in his tenure there. They won a national championship in football. They won a national championship in basketball. Numerous Big Ten and NCAA titles in multiple sports. He signed an extension through 2030 worth $1.9 million annually. Now let's talk about the reason they're looking into him. Connor Stallions stealing signs. Matt Weiss from the same time facing criminal charges reportedly related to computer hacking. Mel Pearson in hockey trying to deny COVID status prior to NCAA tournament games and then falsified and altering reports. He was accused for fostering a toxic environment and culture in Ann Arbor. Lawsuits involving former assistant coach Chris Partridge. Questions surrounding the compliance procedures throughout the athletic department when those things were happening, along with the Sharon Moore situation. To get into Sharon Moore, they thought, and I will have comments after this, I just want to get this all out there. They thought in the initial proceedings that, hey, this was all news to the Michigan, athletic department and their director as a whole. At the same time, everybody else learned about it. Some reports come out later saying, hey, they received multiple warnings about this long before Moore was fired. In 2024, Manuel spoke with Moore, the coach, in the 2024 season about concerns over his relationship with Paige Shiver, internal complaints from staff, a hotline complaint, like a call in, like see something, say something, concerns raised by Shiver's father, reports from players and the athletic department employees, and questions about who inside Michigan actually responsible for investigating misconduct allegations. Now leaves him in the you done good, but you done bad, bud. And where do we put you on this? And there's a lot of speculation that he might lose his job. Does he? Do they get a new person? Is he good or is he bad?
Well, if you go from Jim Harbaugh to Sharon Moore, which Sharon Moore wasn't terrible as head coach, but he wasn't good. And then he just lost his shit. And then this guy somehow is capable, meaning Mr. Manuel, is capable of getting now Kyle Whittingham away from Utah to come to Michigan. And granted, Michigan is a creme de la creme job. It's a top tier program. You get that job, you're really
top
good.
5 to 7
Kyle Whittingham
is
very, and I do believe that he's going to bring them back to relevance. But how are you going to say that this guy is a bad AD considering what he's done for the program? Now, on the flip side of that, the things he's turned a blind eye to is pretty horrific.
Yeah.
So that is more so the reason why he is going to be let go. I think if you are the AD or athletic director for a major team or organization, for example, Michigan and the University of Michigan, you can kind of do whatever the hell you want whenever you want. And he did that. And he turned a blind eye to a lot because things were going pretty good for him. And now it's just coming to a head. It's like the spotlight's off of one thing and one person, and now it's being directed to the individual who sees. And it goes to show that to every listener on this podcast, if you turn a blind eye long enough, or if people are leaving you after an extended period of time, the focus eventually goes off of them and comes on to you.
Right.
And that's exactly what's happening here. He has a buyout of $12 million. Once again, I'm in the wrong business. We're in the wrong business.
Yeah, does he get that buyout if he's fired on, what do you call it? Just improper usage or, I don't know, like abuse of power or whatever you want to call it, like misconduct? Do you get the buyout or is that void?
I don't know, but allegedly revealed that Manuel raised concerns about former head coach Jerome Lawrence's relationship with an executive assistant as early as 2024, despite previously claiming no knowledge of it in December of 25. So he, crying shit wolf, he's gone. He's as good as gone.
I feel like he is too, but
he's got the right people there to bring the program back to relevance. And if you're Kyle Whittingham, you could care less. Checks clearing. You're coaching football. You're going to recruit, some huge Polynesians from Utah and from other places that you were going for in your backyard or your former backyard. And they're going to be good.
Yeah, they'll be fine. I also figured out why there's chaos going on, and if you can hear any of it, it's Noah Khan, the Great Divide tour at Wrigley Field tonight. And that's why everything's going on. So, in case people are wondering. But
Season of the Sticks guy?
Yeah, yes, sir. He's all right. Yeah, I don't listen to him much, but I was walking around. I'm like, why are there a bunch of like teens everywhere? And I figured it out. That's why. So that all tracks. I think Michigan will probably he'll probably be gone. He'll probably be gone. If I had to put my bets on it, I'd say they fire him.
If I'm a betting man, he's out. He's off like a dirty shirt. But then again, he'll get paid out whatever's owed to him, and he can go to Italy for a year. Life's horrible.
He can also just work for EA Sports and make money off microtransactions.
Once again, Vince, college football is released to the world. Yeah. And Saudi money bought EA Sports a couple years ago or a year ago. We talked about it. And they want their return of investment quicker than thought.
Immediately.
So everybody kind of hates the new NCAA game.
Yeah.
Everybody initially said EA kind of went in with this. They changed it up. Now the NIL money is going to be coming in, but everybody played the game, and the initial response was, why do I have to wait 30 years to get my coach up to enough XP for him to be good enough to be legendary?
You can purchase it. That's such bullshit. It's such bullshit. Complete bullshit.
We come from an era of video games and gaming where if
back
you
in my day.
Well, we do. We come from an era where before the money was involved in buying XP and all the stupidity.
Well, we didn't even connect to the internet buy your way into having lives.
Correct. So back in the day, to Vince's point, if you wanted to get more XP in a game, you needed to get good at the game, and you needed to do things like play franchise mode, play the mini games, do all the things.
Training camp mini games, dude. Those are ruled.
Training camp mini, great times.
Ruled.
And you just kept being invested in the game, and that's what you wanted to do. But now it's just everybody's like, okay, so wait, I just give you $100, and then I'll be great.
Yeah.
As a fictitious coach running my program.
Yeah, it's garbage.
I'm here to run my program the way I want to run my program, and I'm not here to give the EA Sports overlord my money. I'm here to grow a program from the ground up. I'm here to take Northern Illinois University to be the next powerhouse, buddy. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, it's just improper use of a IP that is beloved by many and will now probably go down in shambles in a couple years. Realistically,
I doubt it's ever going to go down in shambles.
Think about it, dude. Eventually, you're just like, all right, okay.
But then they changed it. They backtracked. So they listened to the overall response of sports fans, and they said, "Okay, we're gonna patch this. We're gonna make sure that that yes, that'll still be an option, but it's not going to be as make or break as initially discussed." So now they're backtracking, which is good. And then there was also some tie-in that if you needed a certain amount of XP, or if you wanted to get to a certain prestige level as a head coach, you needed to buy Madden. It's so dumb. It's just okay. I don't get it.
Yeah. So, it's stupid. It's stupid. I just leave the game as it is. It's pure and easy. You know exactly what it needs to be. Implement the NIL. All that's fine. You shouldn't have microtransactions when you're coaching a team. It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree. Other games, I kind of get it. Fortnite and stuff like that.
Yeah, you want to buy bullshit skins, but it doesn't change how you play. It just makes you look different.
Correct.
Sure.
That's the difference with these games. If the more XP you receive, the better your coach can become. The more things you can spend on to make him better. Then one thing leads to another, and
more money for the school.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
Correct. I don't disagree. But college football will be here soon, and the dog days of the podcast will be beside us. But
still got a couple months. Vince, the dog days are here.
We still got a couple 2-3 months. But one thing we also got to get into here, Vince, is the fact that the World Cup is coming to an end, and I don't understand why these flipping games are on in the middle of the day on a Wednesday. I think a good friend of the show, him and I were catching up today, and I was like, dude, I think it's great the game's on, but why the hell is it on at noon on a Wednesday?
Yeah, noon Pacific, 2 p.m. Central. Yeah.
He's like, Mike, you got to remember, this isn't just the U.S. watching this. It's the majority of the world, and the majority of the world, it's night.
I think in Spain and London, it was 7 and 8 p.m., which, more people are probably going to watch it over there, but it's here. So make them deal with it. They were the U.S. game was on at 9 p.m. a couple weeks ago. I'm like, come on, let's keep doing that.
Here's a good stat for the show. Vince, how many people do you believe worldwide tune in to watch the Super Bowl?
Oh, I already saw the stat. I don't know the exact amount, but it's 19 million or something like that.
Try 152 million.
Oh, shit. Okay. And then what?
Vince
World Cup's
is way
200?
off on the numbers today. No. Try the finals of the World Cup.
300?
Total global viewership is 1 billion.
Yeah, dude.
People.
Yeah.
It was
huge.
1.2 billion people.
Yeah.
Bananas.
It's crazy. It's also
a quarter of the population is watching this. And world population is
1/7, but yes, it's
I'm not the best at math. I'm not.
No, it's we're going number for number right now. 1/8 maybe at this point. Either way, yeah, dude, it's super popular and way outside of the U.S.'s jurisdiction as far as who's watching what. It is across the continents of all 7 of them, depending on what teams are in. You can get anybody to watch them. Everybody's going to watch this final because the conversations are wonderful, and the GOAT and who is this and can he do it again and all that stuff. So yeah, it drove me a little nuts, and I'm like, it's here, it should be on at 7, but I didn't really mind either. It was, I get it that you want to make sure that those, Western European countries can all watch it at prime time, and we still get it in the middle of the day rather than overnight. I get that. Because this also is probably 11 p.m. once you get to Czechoslovakia and all of them at that point too. So it makes the most sense worldwide, but it did piss me off.
A little bit, but hey, if you were working from home today, you had a little, you had it on in the background. Maybe you ate a little lunch, you watched the game. It was fun.
It was perfect for remote workers, not people in cars.
Not people in cars. If you were driving today, poor timing. But
I can tell you that with confidence. I was like, damn it!
To bury the lead, FIFA FIFA, I don't know if they cooked the books on this one, but England went up 1-0 with about 60 minutes left in the second half. And then, before you know it, Argentina comes out of nowhere.
I don't think they would cook the books. I mean, either of those teams go. It's a very big storyline.
I mean, Vince, let's face it. The game against Egypt that they won 3-2, there was a goal that was taken back. And
no, I'm with you there.
There were some things
weird,
there that they were like, the FIFA's like, I mean, let's face it, Messi isn't going to lose to Egypt. Okay, so take that one goal.
Mo Salah or Messi, everybody's picking Messi.
Correct.
This one, I think it's fun. Because it's always like, England finally gets past the quarterfinals and they get to the semis. And it's like, this is our year. Bring it back. What are we doing? And then, late game heroics from Argentina again. Here we go. They win it. I think it'd be funny forever to see England get to the quarterfinals or in the semifinals and lose every single year. Just never get there. I think it'd be awesome to watch that. Because it is their game. It's their game, man. It's like if we went to the WBC and we get to the quarter and the semifinals every single year and just lose it. Like basically what we're doing.
Basically what the U.S. has done over the past 2 tours. So
yeah, if we at least got to the final. But then it keeps happening and the entire world watches it. That's essentially what it is. It's like England's like, bring it home. They're like, oh, we made soccer. We're the one that created it. And they just keep getting steamrolled by teams like Brazil or Spain or France or Argentina every single year. It's fun to watch.
The biggest surprise for me for these semifinals, I mean, and let's even talk about the quarterfinals because we really didn't. I mean, we discussed the parade, but England beats Norway. Norway looked hungover. I don't know what more to say.
England's a lot better team than them. They really were. Yeah. It was just, you could tell the talent discrepancy. You're like, yeah, there's clearly like Norway's got the one guy that's probably the best on the field, But other than that, and there was a couple of guys where you're like, you got to pass the ball to Holland when you get there, and they didn't, and it just didn't work out. It was a shame, but England's a better team than them. It just was for sure.
And then Argentina, Switzerland, there was some diving going on that the refs called Switzerland out for. Switzerland seemingly was trying to get every advantage that they could. But
they were up to some shenanigans, though. Switzerland was doing some shenanigans. There's no question.
They were trying to get any advantage they could, and it backfired on them. And then Spain, there's that part. And then Spain comes in against France and kind of just says, "Who's your daddy?"
I can't believe it. I really thought that it was France and Argentina again. Spain looked really odd and not together at the beginning, especially in the group stage. I was like, they're supposed to be the best team. And these were supposed to be the 2 best teams. Like I kind of foresaw this as like it was going to get to this point at some point. They've been playing really well the last couple games, especially in their quarterfinal game too. I'm like, damn, Spain's good. In this game, it was just Spain's got a defense, and Spain has been the defensive team. They haven't been offensive. They're like, make stops, hold possession, and, pass the ball around and stop the other team from scoring. Kind of what we saw here, because France is a scoring machine. They get 14 shots on goal. They get 4 on target. Their goalie's the man. It's all working out for them. And you look at it at the end of the game, and you're like, they could use a Paul Pogba right now because they couldn't get the ball to their strikers because that's what France is, the best at. Like, you have the best player in the entire world, some people would argue, and Kylian Mbappe couldn't get the ball because Spain was playing good enough defense to stop the ball from getting to him, and they had nobody in the center field to facilitate that for him for France. So, fuck yeah, Spain. I'm surprised, though. I'm very surprised.
Well, to your point, surprised. If you look at the stats in this game, I mean, the shots on goal against Spain, 4-2, well, and then shots in total 14 to Spain's 10.
10.
Possession was owned by Spain by 3%.
Barely.
It's just Spain had more fouls than them. Like it's just like you look at it and you're like, wow, okay.
They just play better. They play better defense. It's really
clearly they're defensive dynamos and their goalie. I mean, with a shutout against France and Mbappe, who's probably the best player in the game right now overall, who's in his prime. And now you're playing for third place against England. Now it's France and England.
No one had a good game on France at all. It was just the strikers had a good game for France. You get a 7.5 match score for their goalie. They got 2 defenders in the green as well. You're like, they turned it on at the right time, and they deserve to win it, to be honest. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun final. And I think
Argentina wins it.
I
think Argentina wins it. I don't think there's a.
But they're not the better team.
There's a path. I don't think there's a path where FIFA allows Spain to win. I think the books are cooked. I think you put your life savings on Argentina, they win.
Yeah, but Spain might be the best team in the world. I don't think Argentina is.
Doesn't
I know what
matter.
you're saying. I know what you're saying, but like, they're
FIFA's one of the most corrupt organizations in the country. It's like
in the world, in the galaxy.
Rock,
yeah.
BlackRock, FIFA,
Israel.
Yeah, and then add the U.S. as number 4.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, right, little brother shit. I'm inclined to agree with you. I think Spain's a lot better as a team. I'm interested to see how their offense works against Spain, especially because Argentina, the way they've been scoring is like, a little lethargic, and then randomly they just get goals in at the end of the game. But again, like if they clearly they're on a mission to make Messi the GOAT. And I think that he is, and he's more fun to watch than Ronaldo was. Ronaldo was so good early in his career, and if he gets 2 World Cups, you're like, how are you going to argue it? True. He's the best. I mean, right now he's tied for the best player in international matchups for Argentina with the hand of God or whatever, Maradona. It's like if he gets 2, he's the best player ever in Argentina, no question, and probably the best player ever in the world. And it's hard to argue that too.
You're not wrong. I think this is his last. He's going to ride out in the sunset. It's like Tom Brady. It's like Peyton.
38, so he'll be 42 the next time this comes around. Is he going to try to get a 3-peat if they win it? I doubt it.
Nah.
I
hate to say it. It's like the favorites are pretty much here. I mean, not a ton of people. I mean, people had Spain in their top 5s, not necessarily in their top 2s,
a lot of people had Spain and France over and over. And then like, I think Argentina's 4th in the world. I think England's 3rd. I think it was the top 4 teams were in the top 4 at the end. So it kind of worked out the way you expected it to. And it's funny too, as an American, and I got jacked about the U.S. men's team, but watching these teams play, you're just like, oh God, like we would have gotten fucking boat raced.
Oh, we are not the soccer creme de la creme. It's not what we do best.
The U.S. played against Spain in that matchup, it would have been 7-0, probably. Like, there's no question.
Oh, would have been not even a game.
Cinderella. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Would have been not even a game. Your prediction for the final before we move on.
I think that Spain wins. I don't want them to. I want Argentina to win, but I think Spain wins because I also think there's a significant microscope on what FIFA is going to do for the game. And if Spain is playing good enough defense where they really can't call fouls on, fake fouls for Messi all the time, like I do think Spain's a much better team. So I don't know if I'd bet on it, but I feel like if it's true soccer, Spain's going to win it.
I think there's a call somewhere.
Yep.
That turns the game on its head and Argentina wins.
Yeah. It's going to be fun regardless, though. I mean, looking forward to it. And, you don't know what you got till it's gone. Watch Messi while you still can.
Absolutely.
What are the odds,
It's going to be a fun game. I have not looked at betting odds. I'd have to go on the FanDuel. What do we got?
I'm looking at them right now. We got... Spain is anywhere between plus 115 and plus 130. Argentina's plus 270 to plus 285. To lift the World Cup, including extra time and penalties, Spain minus 150, Argentina plus 135. So money's on Spain right now.
Oh, hammer Argentina. That's my just, it seems like it's Messi's thing. That's my thing. I think I might sprinkle a little just to be in on it. And then for the 3rd place matchup, I think France doesn't lose that matchup either.
No.
And if you really want to get a little crazy, parlay them. And
I always forget they do a 3rd place. You're like, this doesn't seem like it's necessary, but okay.
Now, what they should do is the third place matchup and the first place matchup, whoever wins that, they should play.
Why?
Could be fun.
No, second place and third place should play because then it's like both of them get a loss and then, try it again.
Yeah.
If you win the whole time, if you just don't lose the whole time, I'm not playing another game. I'm like, I just won the championship.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. But, I mean, hey, it's going to be a electric day of soccer this whole weekend. So, Sunday and Saturday. So we'll be tuning into that. And not only that, the other things we have to look forward to is the second half of the baseball season, Vince. I mean, I'm pretty
Friday,
excited. Yeah, starts up Friday. We're back. I mean, it's probably the shortest All-Star break in all of sports. If you really break it down, it's like 3 days. And then if you're not in it, you're probably like a little bit of reprieve and you just kind of get to be with the fam for a couple of days.
I was looking forward to it. I was like, being in the neighborhood I'm in, like, oh, it's great. There's not going to be any Cubs games. The traffic's not going to be bad. Yeah. You know what we've had, Mike?
Concerts every night, bud.
Yeah, I was like, I went to Tyler Childers on Sunday. Absolute killer concert. And then it's Noah Khan twice in a row. It's like everybody's got a concert this week. Everybody does.
Yeah, Wrigley gets their money, man. No doubt about it. Wrigley gets their money. Yep. But before we get into our second half preview and spin the wheel of death, why don't we talk a little bit about the MLB draft that happened over the weekend? And, there's a lot of good reports coming out for our White Sox. Before we get into that, I'd like to take a minute. Donnie Marbit, thank you so much, sir. You are a legend. We appreciate your time. If you've been checking our socials, I think I've posted every single clip of that interview that I could, and just understanding what happens in the process of scouting your region and how you go about your profession is quite fascinating, and how teams view these things is also fascinating. We got a little peek behind the curtain before the draft. If you are a White Sox fan, I think you're very pleased at the outcome of this draft. Now, if we just take a second, I think he deserves a little bit of this, but I'm just looking at links right now. The Cardinals actually had quite a big draft, if I do say so myself. Donnie was talking a little bit about pitching. He was also talking a little bit about outfield and what they like to kind of look at overall. I mean, their first 3 picks, outfield, pitching, infield. They took a guy with a name that is so Italian. Rocco Maniscalco. And what? How you doing? I mean, he is a Georgia or Alabama property, which is even crazier.
Yeah.
But what's also
no one's more famous on the hill, Mike. No one's going to be more famous on the hill than Rocco Maniscalco. I swear to God, this guy.
Rocco Maniscalco is him. Okay, and I'm a big fan of that. Now we should also take into account, especially for the hometowners listening to this, that I think 9 kids in total went from the state of Illinois in this draft.
Yeah. I mean, every now and then we pump out some baseball players, and the White Sox are included in one of those guys at least. So,
White Sox are included in one of those guys. If we jump to our White Sox, many are praising them for having one of the best drafts in this year's pool of players.
There's some people saying, "Hey, they made some decisions that I wouldn't have." There's a couple people saying that. It's not like across the board like this is great.
Well, a lot of analysts, which they are analysts and they are paid to be anal and have a job to analyze.
Yeah.
They were questioning the trade that happened on the Friday before the draft, which the White Sox shipped Jacob Gonzalez to the Pirates for the 34th pick in this draft.
Yeah, which is considered also a conditional first rounder, right?
Right. And also a relief pitcher.
Yeah. They get back one. Yeah. And they sent one.
When I saw this happen, I texted Vince. I said, they're taking the Tome kid.
Called it. Yep.
So our first 3 picks are middle infield.
Yep. What's the strongest piece of our team right now?
the middle infield.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
I just think the White Sox at this stage of the game are like, you know what? You can't have more than enough of this talent.
Yeah.
You look at like the Dodgers, for example, and what they've done over the past 20 years. They always have arguably the best farm system in all of baseball.
Yeah.
And just this depth of every position. Well, this is kind of how that happens.
Best player
if you kind of
available, man.
zoom out a little bit. Yeah. Now, the pitching, we did go pretty clean pitching with Joey Valco out of Georgia, Eric Segura out of Oregon State.
Yeah.
I'd love to get notes on that from Donnie. And then Cole
Scolari. How you doing?
Out of
Cal
Oregon
Scolari.
as well. Once again, all 4-year guys. What I'm just trying to kind of see through the tea leaves is clearly the White Sox have some sort of a system that they're following here. Donnie brought it up. Every team has their criteria they're looking for and their boxes that they want checked. And if those boxes are there, that's how we go upon drafting that class as a unit and as a scouting program. Now, we're going to get into more of this next week. We're having a special guest on from the Chicago White Sox organization. I'm not going to talk too much about it. We're going to release it here soon, but we're really excited about it. Now, there's an awesome article that was released on ESPN 1000 by Jesse Rogers. If you don't know who Jesse Rogers is, I highly recommend looking into this guy. But he had the opportunity. Yes, hell of a journalist and sports writer, and specifically a baseball writer. He did a article talking about how he got to be in the war room with the Chicago White Sox the day of the draft and night before of the draft on the South Side. So basically, what this article is saying is that the night before the draft, Chris Getz got up in front of his entire scouting department and gave them 20 minutes apiece on Cholowski and Grady Emerson. We talked about it last week with Donnie about, okay, you have a high school prospect, you have a college prospect. How do you go about viewing that?
Yep.
Well, he said it's basically geared upon what the organization's thought process is and what their long-term goals are. As
how they see the player. And they were constantly flip-flopped 1-2 the whole time. And I think Emerson ended up being ranked number 1 by the time the draft came up.
So for the White Sox, it was a little different. So the Cholowski discussion, and they article each discussion. To begin, Chris asked Vice President of Amateur Scouting, Mike Shirley, for his take on the right-hitting Cholowski and what he could bring to the organization. Shirley, by the way, who was on the White Sox call with Steve Stone and John Schriffen a couple weeks or a couple days prior to this, you kind of heard him talk about both guys on the broadcast because they asked him, and you're like, they're taking rock.
Yeah.
But Shirley stated, what did Alex Bregman do for the Astros? Didn't that push something forward? ? He helped them build out what they did. Those college players at the top of the scale are different. Like Getz surely acknowledged it's close between two prospects, urging those in the room to share a new take on either player if they had one. Shirley then handed off the West Coast supervisor, Scott Thomas. Thomas, the totality of the package, the tools, the instincts, there's not a whole lot of holes you can really look at with him. Just going back to the makeup and the ability to make adjustments. I think this guy's an everyday contributor to a championship club. I think this guy fits in extremely well with what's going on in our organization. So to add to that, Cholowski, through his junior year at UCLA, was good, /320, 452, 636, and a 1088 OPS. It was actually a slight step back from his sophomore season. But they continue just to add on that this is an everyday player at the next level.
Seemingly great character in all of his interviews so far. He has been seemingly the number 1 draft pick since it was announced that it was going to happen that way, and I was hoping that they would do that. He can come in and play. He's got Tulo comps, which I'm like, give me a Troy Tulowitzki, I'll take it all day. You know, it's if he can come in and play, he seems like a ball player's ball player. Like it was just the right choice for where they're at as a team right now, I believe.
Now the discussion of Emerson turned the attention to left-handed hitting, who kept Cholowski from being an easy choice by slashing, okay, get this, at Fort Worth Christian High School, 532, 648, and a 1013 OPS in his senior year. Absolutely
in Texas too, where every sport's harder in Texas. I have no doubt in my mind that this dude's going to be a beast when he gets to the MLB. No doubt.
Well, you look at where, each team drafts a guy. I mean, you look at Tampa; they're gonna absolutely bring him up to the next level, probably within the next 5 years. And he's going to be an everyday contributor.
You know who else is going to be good, Mike? Van Lackey's going to be a hell of a catcher. I think.
Is it Vaughn or is it Van?
I don't know what I've been calling him. Van. It might be Vaughn. He was so good in college. He has consistently been good. He's a hell of a hitter and he's a good catcher. And he played for a team that was pretty good. I have no doubt that the Twins just got a good catcher too. Like it's like you choose who you think they should. And I think Cholowski was the right move, but that you can see in 5 years and be like, did we make the right decision? There's a chance that any of those guys could have gone one. Really?
True. I don't disagree with that statement. I just kind of look at this and I say, the player development side and the R&D side of all of this is, I think, where the rubber meets the road. But you look at some of these teams, they're clearly going best player. I guess my biggest head scratcher, looking at the catching talent, there was Von Lackey, who he had the best year he had ever had in college.
Yeah, he was amazing.
And he was a 4-year starter, but this was his come out year.
Right.
Another guy who had an insane year, was a guy by the name of Daniel Jackson out of Georgia. He was in the College World Series.
He was good in that too.
Daniel Jackson was a Silver Spikes winner.
Yep.
And not only on top of that, hit like 480 that entire season and had more home runs in college baseball last year than anybody. And he dropped to pick 37.
He wasn't even the second catcher picked. Arizona picked the Arkansas guy.
It's even crazier for me. Now, once again, does this lead into what Donnie was talking about, where do they sign the player prior to drafting him? And if a player is like, hey, listen, I don't want to sign with you, are they just like, well, fuck it, pass him?
Yeah, no, I know. And I'm interested too. We can ask about this, but it's like, if they're a 4-year senior, they can't go back to college. Like, do you really have much of a choice versus a high school guy that can just be like, I'm just going to go to college. Like, I don't want to play for, the Blue Jays or something like that. You can just do that. I'd like to know.
And to Donnie's point, are more guys, in high school looking to say, well, I don't necessarily want to just be all baseball. I want the college experience, and I'll go get NIL money and I'll go play for a major program and go try and win a College World Series, because now they have more options than they ever have. You look at the Cardinals. Sure. The Cardinals at pick 13, they're clearly thinking about their long-term future in their outfield. They take a kid out of Georgia who a lot of comps are comparing him to Pete Crow Armstrong. Trevor Condon.
And he's coming out of high school, 5'11" right now, might get a couple more inches on it. Like, you never know, man. And they're a team that develops guys too. That's the thing. The Rays develop guys. The Cardinals develop guys. There's other teams where you're like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to do much with this guy. Like, we'll see what happens. I mean, the Sox were never good at it until recently. The guys that have come up, you're like, all right, there's something in here that they're doing a little bit now. But
middle infielders, just draft them. Whatever it is.
They're athletes, man. They're athletes.
That's all we need.
It's just, you look at our middle infield strong, and then the other parts of the infield were both all-stars this year. So you're like, okay, where's there a place to put it,
The White Sox took 3 middle infielders. Cole Presick, Magnolia Heights High School. Okay. Landon Tomey, Nazareth Academy High School. And then Rock Cholowski.
Yeah.
So they take 2 guys in high school. So they're thinking long-term there. Chances are that's why they got rid of Jacob Gonzalez, because they're like, okay, how many shortstops? Well, right.
Who's their number one prospect now? It's not in the MLB.
That's true.
He's a shortstop.
Then you think, well, Caleb Bonnemer is another one. You look at that situation.
Yeah.
He's going to be a guy who's going to contribute for you as well. So we're going to get to a point here where it's like, Chase Meidroth, don't know where you fit, which is a great problem to have. Colson Montgomery, where do you fit?
Yeah.
it's still.
Do we
one
have
of these
Vargas
things.
long term? Just can any of them play outfield? Like, what are we doing?
Well, Vargas is another thing. I mean, we'll talk about it now. Let's switch to that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah,
robbed of the All-Star Game MVP.
he should have won it. Yeah, but also
That was
the All-Star
dog
game
doo-doo.
is stupid.
It's a popularity contest. There's
Well, it's
no
like,
doubt about it.
you vote for the MVP. It's like, who had the best game? Just who had the best game? What are we doing? It was a snoozer of a game. Chicago Joe was right about that. It was a snoozer of a game. Like the NL couldn't
it was
get
not a
anything
fun
going.
baseball game to watch.
The All-Star, like one of the best pitchers in the league for the Phillies, like gives up runs right off the bat, has a bad showing. AL starts winning, ends it winning. Vargas with that moonshot, he took that thing in stride, just absolute yonk on that one. You're like, yeah, that's our guy. Let's go.
He was one of the best hitters that entire game. He went like 2 for 3.
No doubt.
So he just kept hitting. Why he didn't leave the game and then hit an absolute piss missile over the left field wall where you're just like, okay, he's got it
1
back.
for 2.
And
Yeah, but that one was a pretty good one.
It was a great one.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. The opportunity that he had to close the game out, he took it, and that was it.
Yeah, it's again, like I was in and out on it. Honestly, I was doing some other stuff, but it was just like, okay.
Now, one thing can never be questioned about this All-Star game. Mason Miller is just maybe,
He's so good.
the best closer I've ever seen. That man's insane.
I can't think of anybody better outside of like Mariano Rivera.
He's untouchable. Averages
Yeah.
102 to 104 and just absolute insane breaking stuff. Munetaka Murakami didn't stand a chance. Okay. Baseball does a wonderful thing, though. That I give the MLB this much. The pageantry of the game, hitting you directly in your feels as a millennial man.
Yeah. It was a little corny.
The Sandlot interview where they have the kids looking over the fence and then pushing the fence open, and then they all ride out on their bikes.
Yeah.
And then they have Ray Charles singing America the Beautiful.
Yeah.
I was sitting on my couch, wasn't planning to cry. Oh, I cried.
It was cool.
I cried.
It was
full blown man tears.
It was cool. Yeah.
Wife walked into the room. She's like, "You crying?" I'm like,
They ride bikes
I
in the movie. This is the song
and
they
they're
play.
talking to all the players and the fireworks, and I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't. So, right in the gut, in the gut punch. You know who else got gut punch, Vince?
Who?
Kyle Schwarber. Jordan Walker.
Yeah.
Put on one of the best home run derby performances I've seen in maybe the past decade.
This new setup that they have, I have a little bit of a qualm with it. You know, you want to see more bombs. And Buster Olney, he said like, yeah, he's like, oh, there's so many less home runs this year. Like, yeah, like I wish it was outs instead of swings. That's kind of where I sit on it. But it was cool because you get to the end, you're like, he's got to do it. It was awesome. It was in Philly. Schwarber starts going off. You're like, this is great. Just to have the Philly crowd cheer for him every time. And anytime Jordan Walker didn't hit the ball out of the field, it was cheers. Every time he hit it, they were booing him loud. And you're like, this is electric. You know he's getting up for it. He's like, boo me. I'm going to just hit bombs. Like, keep booing me. I'm going to hit bombs again. And exactly what I hoped happened. I know Philly was kind of sad about it, but exactly what I hope happened.
I don't disagree. I mean, I like Schwarber. I think it would have been great to see him lost. Now, this is his second loss in 2 years, but it would have been nice to see him win one.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, Jordan Walker.
It's just so funny.
He's got ice in his veins.
Fun. It's all great.
He's got ice in his veins. That's the word of the podcast this week, pageantry.
And, dude, he's got, what does he make, like $800,000 a year, something like that? You made $1 million off of winning that.
He's about
he's going to get paid, no doubt. I'm just saying this is the most money he's ever seen, for sure.
The St. Louis Homer fan of the podcast, Zach, and some others put some money on that, and he predicted it almost exactly.
Yeah.
So Call it in, dude. 312-725-2107 if you have a plug like that. Vince, we have a wheel of death to spin.
We do. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see how quickly I can pull this up this time. Where did it go? Oh, God. Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy, Mike. Where did I put it? I said last week, I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to make sure I did this right. Is this it? That's not it. All right. Number 2.
Where's the wheel? Spin the wheel.
I know. I'm trying to find it, dude. I have too many things open. Aha!
Aha!
You see?
Yeah, you see, it came for you here today. And now the wheel's here.
The wheel of death, or teams, like it was supposed to be aptly named, is a go.
Let's go.
Hometown kid. Hometown kid.
Okay. All right. Pause. All right. Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's get into it.
Where you live and the team you root for and all that shit? Yeah. Arizona.
Yeah. Ketel Marte is maybe the best thing they got going. Corbin Carroll's also quite possibly the best right fielder in the game, or at least in the National League.
Like,
just throw that out there.
They haven't been bad this year.
Well, they're just in the toughest division in baseball.
Yeah, that's really the hard part. I mean, they're 2 games above 500. Right now, if you look at it, like, I think they're just outside of them. They're a couple teams behind in a wild card spot because you got those 3 this year. It's the toughest league, dude. I mean, they're 49 and 47, and they're behind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams are better than them in the NL, and they're still 2 games over 500. That's crazy. 3 of those teams get the division, and then 3 of those teams get a wild card. That leaves them 2 behind.
Well, if you look at them overall, their remaining schedule, they have plenty of division games: Dodgers, Padres, Giants, and Rockies, along with key series against wild card contenders. The complete second half of the schedule, in my eyes, for them, how you play in your division is going to be the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I want to do this because I don't know why we haven't done this since we're looking at stats. Do you know who the WAR leader all time is for the Arizona Diamondbacks?
Tony Gonzalez.
No. Are you thinking of Luis?
Ooh. Luis Gonzalez.
Yeah, no, he's top 5, but no. Give me 2 more guesses.
Corbin Carroll.
No, not yet. He'll get up there. He's 8th now. Think about long tenured players that have been there.
Troy Glaus.
No. I'm surprised you didn't throw Ketel Marte or Paul Goldschmidt out there. It's Randy Johnson.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
The big Yoon. But Paul Goldschmidt coming in second with 11 less WAR for the team.
Dude, after the Cardinals and the Yankees, I totally forgot he was on the Diamondbacks for like majority of his career.
Did he play for the Cardinals?
No, Paul Goldschmidt.
Oh, Goldschmidt. Yeah,
Goldschmidt.
I was going to say, I'm like, Randy didn't play for the Cardinals. Yeah. Oh,
Randy,
yeah.
I thought you were talking
majority of his
WAR,
career.
I think hitting. Yes, I think WAR, I think hitting, but it is an entire wins above replacement, goes in the entire category of the game, pitching included. So yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Now, at the deadline, I don't know. I mean, they're in the hunt overall as a team, but at the deadline, August 3rd, they're going to have to be buyers, in my opinion. If you're going to get over the hump, you're second in a division. If the Dodgers go on a skid one way or another, you have the opportunity to pick up games. You're 11.5 out right now. The Padres are 12.5 out.
Yeah, this lineup is kind of good.
It is good, but you need more pop in the middle.
Right.
So do you look at it and say, hey, Reds, can we get back our boy Gino? Can we get back our boy Gino Suarez?
Yeah, but I don't even know if you want him right now. I mean, the only you got one negative WAR guy that's in your starting lineup right now. And that's Lourdes Gurriel, and he's 32. You got Arenado playing, he's 35. You got Ketel Marte, he's 32. You got Eldelmaro Vargas, I think that's how you say it. He's 34. So half your lineup's 26 and under, and the other half is in their 30s. So you're going to have to make a lot of changes probably pretty soon if you want to stay competitive. Their team is competitive. Moreno's a hell of a catcher. He's hitting the absolute leather, or whatever you want to call it, off the ball. The laces off the ball. There you go. Corbin Carroll, consistent, 252 this year. He's got 10 triples on the season. Alec Thomas is a hell of a player. Like, you have guys on this team. Do you want to leverage any of the future for this, knowing that you're playing in the NL, not with no end in sight for what the Dodgers are going to do? I don't know. Zach Gallen's on the 15-day DL. He's got a bad season going right now, to be honest. He's a negative 1.5, but Eduardo Rodriguez, hell of a player. Gerardo Perdomo is third on the team in WAR this year. Like,
I mean, you can't forget Merrill Kelly is kind of like the anchor of that entire rotation.
5.38.
Yeah. It's, once again, how do they perform in the second half?
Yeah.
So the Padres are another team with that payroll. You got to pay attention to them as well. They're going to maybe try and make a move. I don't know. It's just seemingly like any team in this division, you're just like, okay, good luck. Is it just rough shot? Do you just break it down at this stage of the game? But then again, you're still competing for something, and the Diamondbacks have been competing for something now for the past 5 years.
Yeah, they went to the World Series against the Rangers? Was them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems like ages ago, to be honest. But again, like, that's the thing. They have to play this division that they're in, and their division is hard, and the rest of the NL is all fighting for wild card. Like, you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that are under 500 in the entire NL.
The second half of the season, if they could win 35 to 40 games, they're going to be in good shape.
Yeah, you got to get that 90 wins as a necessity.
Likely put them in the position of getting a wild card berth.
Yeah. I mean, they're 11 and a half behind the Dodgers. They're not going to win that division.
I haven't been to a game in a minute. I might try and get to a game this weekend.
I'd say do it. It's just, they're 11 and a half behind right now in the division. They're not going to touch them. Dodgers are going to win the division. No question. You have to play for a wild card, and you have to probably win 90 games to get there.
I think that's a fair statement. That if you're in the avenue of winning 38 to 35 games, call 40 as a whole number, you are probably getting a wild card berth. But
so 40 and 22, I think 40, 23.
Yeah. So,
and then,
Vince, your point, do you need a left-handed bat? What do you value more, a left-handed bat or a starting pitcher or both?
And how do you pitcher? I mean, they're starting Mike Soroka at the end of their rotation right now. You got to get a pitcher. Mike Soroka. Surprisingly, and like no hate on him. Surprisingly, he's like the second best starter they have this year. But it's also just, you're looking at this team and you're like, geez Louise, like, what do we want? What are we gonna get out of it? And you get a little scared on it, and again, it's just, are your reserves gonna work out here? Is your pitching gonna hold up? Are you going to get Zach Gallen back, and is he going to pitch well? Is Merrill Kelly going to be consistent this year? And he hasn't been this year. He's 5.38, one complete game, but he's given up a lot of bombs, kid. He's given up 20 on the year. It's like, you got to be concerned about that. You got to make sure your bullpen's healthy. I'd much rather go for pitching and let the old dogs run,
True. No doubt about it. Well, chances are, Vince, they're not going to do it. And then next year, Corbin Carroll, I believe, is coming up on a contract, and then you got other problems.
Yep.
And Ketel Marte has been threatening for years to wanting to be traded.
And if he's going to get traded, now's the time, because you're 35 next year, pal, and you're probably not even going to see baseball next year.
and chances are you're not. So I don't think they're going to be sellers. But then again, they need, if they're going to go all in, you got to go for it. Now, one thing I would pay attention to, or just remember, if you are a White Sox fan listening to this podcast, that we did make him cry.
Who's that?
Ketel Marte.
When?
Last year. I don't know if you recall, a White Sox fan said something about his mom, and then he cried.
Yeah.
And then they kicked the White Sox and banned a White Sox fan for ever coming to an MLB game ever again because he made fun of a dude's mom.
I live on the side of shit talk is fine on all accounts until you bring somebody's family into it.
Don't you bring my mother into this.
That's where you draw the line. It's like, hey, man, you have nothing else to say to him. You got to start talking about his mom. Like, what the fuck did she do? Like, what are we doing?
It's just a drunk fan heckling.
I agree.
Again,
Kick him out. It's the only way you're going to learn.
kick him out. Don't ban him for the sport for life. Or
I agree.
That's
That's some shit.
That's ridiculous.
That's some shit. But
Because
also,
the
how do they
manager-
even know that?
I don't know. The manager back then, the games were so poorly attended.
I'm saying, like, how do they even know when that guy comes back to the field that he's the one that's banned?
I don't know. Yeah, what do they check his ID? What if his buddy buys him a ticket?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't check your ID when you walk into the stadium. They only check it when you're going to the bar. So
correct. And
hey,
did you see? Bartender knows who that guy is?
No.
No.
You see the owner's commercial that they ran?
No.
They ran a commercial. The owners did about the salary cap and all that stuff, and I just want to tell them to all suck an egg. Fuck y'all.
Suck a giant egg in the most motherly way that you can tell somebody to suck a fat one.
Yeah, exactly.
Teams, you have to understand, or people, you have to understand.
We're poor billionaires. We want you guys to be fun. We're cash poor.
Here. But the salary cap provides so much more flexibility in making your team better.
Piss off. Public sentiment for a negotiation where you're trying to take a lot of money from guys that are already making a lot of money, you're not going to win that. Sorry.
No, absolutely. Well,
Kick
let's
rocks,
just pray we have
kid.
baseball next year. And to close out baseball segment, next week we have a White Sox scout on with us, so be sure to tune in with that.
Yeah, buddy.
Shout out to Donnie for the connection. We look forward to continuing this saga of fun new guests. Vince, speaking of fun new guests and Southside ran operations, Caleb Wilson is a absolute dog, and I didn't call him Caleb Williams, but boy, oh boy, am I excited to see Summer League basketball for one time in my life. Holy shit.
I'm certainly not patting myself on the back because there's a lot of time to go. But
pat yourself on the back for this.
I was
Kid seems to be the real article.
Ready for this beast, and he's a beast, and his demeanor is perfect for it. If he can make sure he hits free throws, because that is a little scary point about the whole thing, because he hasn't been making those. But you know what he has been making? 3 balls.
Everything else.
Which he didn't shoot threes at North Carolina at all. And now he's got an open ability to just go out there and make jumpers. 35 points in his Summer League debut, averaging 27 right now, 8.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2.5 blocks, and 1 steal per game for a rookie coming in here just saying, hey, I haven't played basketball in 6 months. I'm ready to ball. Let's go.
I don't want to overreact to Summer League because
it's Summer League. This guy isn't Kevin Garnett yet. Like, give him a
Who was the guy who dunked over our Frenchie and made him look like an idiot?
Oh,
the white kid.
I don't know. I forgot who dunked on him, but yeah.
Exactly. And they were making a big deal out of that too. So let's not put the cart before the horse. But I mean, 7 of 11 from 3 from a guy who was more so of a glass eater in college, and not only that, good in between the elbow. So I don't know. I'm not getting too high or too low, but I'm pretty high on this that we might have an absolute unit. And the rest of the draft picks that they brought in actually look pretty good.
Yeah. Dalen Swain, little inconsistent shooting the ball. Noah Sengwe got benched because he just was turning the ball over so much. I want him to be good. I'm not confident he's going to be good. I just don't.
He's old franchises idea of what drafting is like. And now they brought in a new GM and Thiago Splitter. And it's like, okay.
Night and day.
That old shit's gone.
It's already night and day. I'm very excited, and it's all grain of salt, and it's all Summer League, but to watch the guy play and have him back on the court after he was injured at the end of the year. Hell, if he goes, and I said this too in the draft, I'm like, if he goes and plays in the NCAA tournament and he starts going off the way that he was in the middle of the season, he might be 1, 2, or 3, not 4. So maybe like luck struck and we're doing all right. I'm just excited to see him play with the full team, with Matas on there, see if they can just, Lord of the Rings 2 towers and just block them over and over and over again. I'm excited to see how that all ends up working out. So
yeah, Vince was so excited to fit in that Lord of the Rings reference right there.
I don't even like Lord of the Rings.
He could have gone like Space Jam Monstars.
Yo, check out my Instagram next week when I'm at the Renaissance Fair looking like Aragorn, brother. It's gonna be sick.
He's gonna be out here in his
guns out,
wrist guards, in his man liner at the.
I will not be having any makeup on, but I will be wearing bracers and I will be wearing a cape. Just letting you
Jingle jangle. Good morrow to you.
Good morrow, my friends.
Good morrow. Speaking of good morrow, where does LeBron James sign, Vince?
Oh, dude. Who cares? Like, just go somewhere.
Come
I would
on,
say
we got to talk about
I know. Okay, so what we say last week, it's the same thing. Probably Cleveland, maybe Golden State. Philly's
I think
making
he's
a
going
big
to
push.
Philly. I think he's going to Philly. I think
They're
it's
making
a done
a push.
deal.
That's
his best opportunity to win a championship.
hell of a lineup. With him in the lineup, it's a hell of a lineup, dude. It really is.
It's a little old, but then again, Tyrese Maxey and then Jaylen Brown, and
somehow, dude, it's less old than it was 3 weeks ago. Because Paul George was the oldest man on that team. It's like really with take LeBron out of it, it's like Maxey's young. Edgecomb's in his second season. Jaylen Brown's what, an 8th season? He's not like 15 seasons in. Like they're actually kind of young outside of LeBron James if he goes there. I like the fit, to be honest. It's just
I think he's going there. I don't think unless Cleveland really tears at the heartstrings, his best opportunity to win a championship's in Philly. Done.
You think so? I mean, Cleveland was in the Eastern Conference Finals.
He doesn't fit there. Ball dominant. Donovan Mitchell
and James Harden, and you got James Glass Eaters. I don't know.
See, to me, it just makes so much sense. If LeBron could be a 6th man on that team, and that's what's even crazy.
Yeah. Well, and he also said he might sign for the veteran minimum given the right opportunity, and that would be the opportunity for him. So it's possible.
He made his money. It is.
He's made all of his money. He's a billionaire. He's fine.
Exactly. I think he's fine. At this point, it's for the love of the game and just to get one more ring and try and be like Mike. Now,
that would not make him like Michael Jordan if he just goes to the Sixers with all those guys and then wins. I would be like, all right. Everybody will make the argument. I'll be like, miss me with that. Respectfully.
True. Yeah, that's fair. I think that could be missed. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Now, Vince, guys who aren't necessarily being missed, if we're changing gears to the NFL talk, Brandon Aiyuk continues to just lose his mind on social media. I don't know if anybody else has paid attention to this over the last weeks. We haven't talked about it quite a bit.
We did it as like a strange unusual like 3 weeks ago, and it just continually it's just happening.
He continues to keep burying himself.
Yeah.
Now he's talking about Jaden Daniels being like, "Oh, come at me, bro," and then talking shit about Jaden Daniels' mom, by the way, through the mattress, and then. Brandon Aiyuk,
he's like, he needs to stop having her around all the time. Like, that's your new fake teammate that you're making up.
That's your new fake teammate. He's talking about how he's a Washington Commander for life and all this stuff. Then the other day, he's on live and he's like kicking his pit bull, which now I hate the man.
Yeah, no, he is. You aptly put it as he's the new Antonio. He is the new Antonio Brown. He's a mess, and I wouldn't want him on my team. I don't care how good he is.
I don't think that the Commanders are even going to touch him. I think he's going to get that payout, and that's it. And what's funny is the NFLPA, you can track who's signed by whom. Brandon Aiyuk keeps claiming he fired his agent months ago. Technically in the Players Association is still signed to that same agent.
He's a nut.
The only thing he needs to do to get out of his contract with the 49ers, they say, is show up to the facility, and he refuses to do it.
Because he wants to be traded and keep his contract. He's a nut. If you're any team, steer clear from it. It's not going to do you anything. Really, the only way that Antonio Brown worked out at all was when he had Tom Brady as a quarterback, and he still went psycho on it. I wouldn't touch him. I really wouldn't. He's a maniac.
The man's out of his damn mind. And I think Mr. George Kittle said it best on Bussin' with the Boys that you enjoy that. You enjoy that.
Yeah.
You enjoy
Who
that.
needs it?
Well, we hope you enjoyed today's podcast, everybody, because we had a sure hell of a good time doing it for you.
Oh, yeah.
She said. And, if you had a hot take, you want to talk about, maybe you had a question for a guest or two, make sure you call it in 312-725-2107. Maybe you have a question for our White Sox scout next week. Maybe you're a huge White Sox fan and you want to know a little bit more about a little bit of something. Call it in. We'll still listen to it and ask the questions on the interview. Your input is greatly received.
Yes.
You know what else is greatly received? That you send this podcast to a friend. And not only that, follow, and subscribe. If you do those things, we'll see you.
I'll kiss you
next week. And Vince will kiss you.
Peace.
Talking Tales with Mike and Vince. Oh, you know. Jazzy beats while we dispense. Yeah, you know.